All right, all right. Hey, what's going on? My name is Chris Hawkins, and this is your Best Life Defined. So let me ask you a question. What would you do if I told you this is the only podcast you'll ever have to listen to? You know, this is going to answer all your questions about how to live your best life. What would you say? It's true. I haven't actually emphasized that, but let's think about this. What is the difference between where you are now and any place you may dream of being? It's taken the steps to get there, right? It's taken the steps to, or it's taken that step to look at it to say, this is where I'm going, to create that image in your head and then to go for it. That's the ticket to success. The ticket to success is simple. It's the same thing I've been saying the entire time, and that is, hey, if you pick something you want to do, if you pick something that inspires you, if you can paint a picture around it that makes it energize you enough to go after it, that you'll take action consistently, you'll get there, right? Did you get that? We're done then, huh? All right, we're done. No, not exactly. Sorry, guys. Here's the deal. The reason that we fail to execute on this thing that I keep talking about isn't because we don't have the ability or the skill. And when I say that, I'm not talking about specific skills. I'm talking about the ability to choose something that inspires us, to take action on it, and then to repeat that process until we achieve our goal. Those are the 3 steps. It's really simple. Where we fall down is in execution. The burden we have is that while the life we're in or the place we are is probably gotten a little mundane if you've been there a while, the ability to effect consistent change is where we fall down. And the reason that is because it's hard to visualize. It's hard to get excited about something to come, something you've never experienced, right? I mean, once you get a successful podcast going, it's like, okay, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. But the ticket to success is in your ability to execute when you don't have that stimulus. You don't already have that experience to say, yeah, this is worth it, right? Because, I mean, that's exactly where I am with all of this. I've got all of this effort into this, and my thinking is that it's going to help someone. My thinking is that you are going to wake up and you're going to say, you know what, I think he's right. I'm going to go ahead and start taking those steps, right? Successful people have success skills. Being successful is basically as simple as saying, let's see, I'm here and I'm going to take my life there. I'm going to put it there. And then having the ability, the skill set to execute in a way that makes that happen, that makes you move forward every day. And once you master that, what happens is you're able to accomplish anything. People go, no, it can't be that easy. Well, yes, it can be that easy. The question is, do you have that skill set? Now, I said this is the only podcast you'll ever have to listen to of mine. Okay, let's go ahead and get on that thing then. All right. Imagine anything. Close your eyes and imagine anything in your life you would like to change, make better, add, experience. You pick it. It's your story, right? All right. You got that vision in your mind? Now, with that vision in your mind, ask yourself one thing you would have to do in order for that to happen. Now, I don't want you to list everything, just one thing you would have to do to make that thing happen, to get to to that image you just painted in your mind. Okay, now ask yourself, what's stopping you? See, there you go. When you have the skill set to not allow that thing to stop you from taking that action, and then when there's another thing in front of you that you have to do, another step to get there, and you are able to execute that step, and you gain that momentum and the ability to execute those steps one after the other, guess what happens? You achieve success. How do you do that? I guess maybe for me, I have to back up here on this one too, because I'm thinking about, well, I paint an amazing story around it, and I want to believe that that's true for everyone. Which basically I think it is. I mean, think about all of the choices you've made in your life and think back to the beginning before those choices were being made, just as they were being decided upon. Think about what that looked like. In almost every case, it was a story, right? It was an amazing story about what this decision is going to do for you. And you're looking at, well, yeah, it would be pretty great to own a house. Oh yeah, it would make our life. We wouldn't be wasting rent. We wouldn't be wasting money on rent. We could have. Oh, we could get us a dog, right? That's the story that's being told. All right. And so what happens? Ticket to success. The story's good enough. You go after it, right? That's why we all own houses. That's why you don't know a lot of people who live in RVs because, well, the story that we were being told back then wasn't that you live in an RV. Poor people live in the RVs, and rich people. Rich people live in motor coaches, right? And how did they do that? The same way you do it. You're already riding your ticket to success. You just haven't changed directions with it, right? You're where you are because you consistently take that action, right? You consistently say, okay, now this is what I'm going to do, right? This is where we're taking our life, right? The only thing that's lacking is picking something better. Picking something that actually comes with some fuel. Something that actually inspires you. And I'm not going to get into that debate. Well, I love my life. I'm happy with my life. Are you happy with your life because it's the best thing since sliced bread? You can't imagine doing anything else? Or are you happy with your life because you realize that you can't do anything else? Which is more commonly the case. Because here's the thing. Here's a reality check. And you don't even have to tell me what you discover, but let's take a look at your life. If your life is squared away, if your house is organized, if your cars are taken care of, if there aren't any details left undone, and you wake up every day and you feel great about it, and let's just face it, even if you have a job that sucks, that job doesn't suck nearly as bad when the life it gives you is amazing, right? Are you successful? Do you wake up every day energized? Do you wake up every day energized about the things you get to do, and not only that, but about the things you're going to do because your life continues to move forward? If that's where your life is, then you're on your ticket to success. You definitely have that skill set. You know how to make things happen. Now, taking that another direction, let me ask you this. When's the last time anything significant has changed in your life that has made it better? Yeah. See, this is where we get stuck, because what happens in this American dream, the model of the American dream, involves consuming every bit of our time and every bit of our money. That's the plan. The plan is built in. Get them in debt, get them working, get them paying us interest, and they'll stay there until they die. And what's likely to happen, what often happens, is the reason that happens is because what other vision do you have for your life? Can you actually visualize being debt-free? What that would truly do to your life? Imagine right now. You still earn the same money you make, you still work where you do, but the difference is you don't owe anyone anything. Every penny you make is yours. Wow. That's not an image that this system has set up to want us to view. The world does not want us to realize how much better our life would be without debt. The world does not want us to realize how much easier our life would be if we were able to move at will based on our own needs, based on our own desires, based on what we are inspired by. Ticket to success? Be true to yourself. Ticket to success, stop taking in all the noise from the world and erase all those ideas, or step away from all those ideas about what success is. Take a look at yourself. Ask yourself, who am I and what would make my life better? What would make me want to wake up in the morning and grind it out so I could do this, right? Fill in the blank. I don't know. It's not really rocket science. And it's not your fault either. There's a certain amount of responsibility, but the truth is, when has anyone ever told you this? When has anyone ever said, hey, listen, the reason you are where you are is because it's part of the master plan. The world wants you in debt. There's a reason that this economy runs the way it does, and it's because you and me and everyone else has to spend money to survive. And we have debt in order to do that. So we work and we generate revenue, and it's this big machine. And the more money you have, the more money you get, right? That's just the way it is because of resources. But it doesn't have to look like this. You want success. What does success look like anyway? See, there's another whole issue, and I'm going to talk about that in one of these podcasts coming up. But success isn't a thing we have, it's a feeling. Success is a feeling. Can you imagine what it feels like to wake up and go, wow, I don't want anything? To walk out into the park and feel the wind blow, and instead of hating the wind, you appreciate the energy that it brings? Because it does. Just being outside, being in the sun, being around that type of stuff just energizes us. Gives us fuel, puts fuel in our tank. And when you learn how to put fuel in your tank, now you have the energy to do the things you want to do. Now you have the energy to push forward when things get tough, right? That's the ticket to success. Execution. Paint the picture. Make it an amazing story about the life you dream of living, about what that thing's going to look like. Don't let it go, and use that as motivation to take action. You don't get all emotional about how it feels. Make that commitment, just like you make a commitment to take a shower and brush your teeth and comb your hair and get dressed every day. It doesn't take a lot of mind work for you to figure that out. You just do it, right? That's the ticket to success, no matter what it is. And amid it all, the most important aspect is to be honest with yourself. See, that's what I run into. I'll ask people, well, are you happy? They'll say, yes. Are you happy because you've accepted your life? Because your life is amazing. Oh, my life's amazing. Well, we both know that's a lie. It's not amazing. I mean, right now, my life isn't amazing. What's cool about my life is that I have the potential for it to be amazing again, because, like I said, here in a couple months, we're heading out actually at the end of May, right? So you get back out there and you get to grind, and there's energy, and there's drama, and there's things that inspire you, and you're excited. You got some new stuff going on. And what it does is it allows us to find the energy it takes to overcome those hurdles to get there. And before you know it, you're there. Boom, 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 boom. Hammering it out, right? Hammering it out. So, I know, guys. Hey, listen. Every one of these podcasts has the same message, and it's about being able to focus on yourself and pick things in your life that you pursue that fit who you are and inspire you. If you haven't been doing that, try it. Try it with something small like walking, or the idea of having a better relationship, or maybe just learning something you haven't learned before, or facing your fears, right? That's a good one. I like facing my fears. I'm afraid of heights, so I rock climb, right? It's one of those things. Those are tickets to success. Anything you can do to allow yourself to execute towards your goals. That's the ticket, because as long as you don't execute, you're standing still. So, hey guys, keep that in mind. I really appreciate you showing up as always. Let's not forget the kindness, and just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.